right, welcome to another edition of I Only Listen to 90s Music. We are back in full effect, man. How y'all doing?
What's happening?
I'm good. Chilling.
But before we even really get started, man, let's shout out Kevin Johnson from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, first off, who highlighted the show on in the paper, man. It was
that was big.
Yeah, man. Big. A whole bunch of white people hitting me up too. My high school, y'all know my high school is all boys school, so they didn't put me on the summer dram screen on their school. I'm like, no, y'all didn't. And then I got all these random white alumni hitting me up on LinkedIn because they did it on the LinkedIn page. They ain't do it on the Facebook. They did it where like the 60-year-old white men.
Congratulations, Daryl, you're doing good work. Congratulations, Daryl.
Look, we need to discuss some different things. I did not know that. I don't know if they saying this. I apologize for our new listeners that may have, but to me, it's like I didn't know Negroes went to school.
Man,
we should talk over coffee.
Right. And to that point, like I didn't put it on my LinkedIn. Like I put we'll talk about the other thing, but I didn't put that one on LinkedIn because I'm like, I ain't started this job yet. And I don't want people seeing that and then they try to go look it up. And they be like, she cusses a lot.
Right.
So,
she uses bad words.
She uses bad words. And I don't know if we want her to represent the company. So
I mean, what's that one girl from Volt? Teen Vogue got jammed up. The
Teen
Vogue editor.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. That's it. That's exactly what happened. So I'm good. It's fine. I didn't have to put it on there. Like I put it on other social media channels, but I don't need to. I'm good. It's fine. Thanks, Kevin. I also want to point out Kevin misspelled my name twice. And so he spelled it right, my first name right. And then as the article goes on, it just starts getting worse and worse. And I think his spell check wasn't catching it because he was spelling it like Stacey Static's name. That's and I'm like, and that's all I'm thinking is, I'm like I said, his spell check is used to spelling Stacey's name. And
I didn't even think about that. It probably automatically was changing it on him.
It was automatically probably changing on him. And I was like, okay. But it was spelled right at first. And I feel like we'll leave it at that.
That means all you needed to be is Googleable that one time. That's it.
Got it right the first time.
In the beginning, it was fine. And then after that, it got a little tricky, but that's it. And we also, the couple of days before that happened on that Sunday on 314 day, we were on the cover of Delux magazine, which was crazy in itself.
Yeah.
I get an email, I got a message on Facebook Messenger from Joe Richardson, who did the cover art, and he messaged me and says, "Did you see your face?" That's what all the message says. Did you see your face?
Like you Where's Waldo or something.
Like what did I see my face where? What the hell are you talking about? And I go to his page and then I see the share of the cover and I'm like, wait a minute. First off, it looks like me, but it really looks like my mother. And if you know my mom, then you be like, oh, that's Brenda right there. You already know that's her. But that's how you find me. Go to the cover, look for Brenda, and you be like, okay. So
was your mom like, that's me? Thanks, congratulations.
Always. So honestly, Facebook can do that face recognition.
Oh no, and they chose her.
No, because both of us had to turn off our face recognition because when I post a picture, it would try to tag her.
It's
like that's how much I look like my mother. So
so you don't have that issue of face recognition because it was like because I don't know if you knew, like every time somebody posted that for theirs, it would try to face recognition me on their post.
Damn.
Yeah, mine is off. I had to turn it off because I was getting tagged in every. It was awesome though. It was a great. Last week was a good week.
Yeah, it was super dope, man. This was dope to see.
I know my mom was like, I saw your name in the paper. I couldn't hit the link, so I had to send her the link to the Garfield interview, and she a new subscriber now. So she into it. She's new. She's getting new to the podcast game. So I send her links every week.
So
Your
how
mom
many
is
of y'all
dope,
have to
though.
reset up y'all parent? I mean, we'll get into some of the mailbag. I mean, I guess we can come back to that. Having to set up our grandparents and parents again for this battle coming up for this.
I'm not dealing with her. I'm not dealing with Brenda on that. She can have one of the grandbabies do that. I'm not going over there.
I'll say your sister can do it on the grand. Yeah.
Right, she get one of them grandbabies to help her. Like my mother is way too hip at this point. On I posted something. I posted a picture of me or something, and then and I guess I was talking about my hair, and then she commented, "It's the length for me." Who taught you that?
It's the length for me.
Who taught you how to say that?
Yeah, my mom's sending emojis now.
Right, like who taught you how to say that? Or I was like, her and cousin Margaret was going out of town. Like, you and cousin Margaret gonna be out all night. That part. Who taught you that? You damn near 70. Who taught you how to say that?
See, the problem. My problem is my mama's a young mama. My mama had me at like 19. So if anything ever happened to me where it was a scandal or something, she'd be the one that would be like, and Daryl's mom said, clap back and said this, and this.
She the one. She the family member.
In the comments on my regular stuff, like going back and forth with people, and I ain't even done nothing.
Say no. I got the old mama. Like it's She too hip for me right now. I'm like, wow, who are you hanging out with? And it's like, I have a young sister that's 26. She's like, I'm with her and her husband. I'm like, yeah, they got you over here talking slick on the internet. Get off the that part.
That part. The length for me.
Right, ma'am.
She's gonna be at brunch Sunday.
Listen.
You said you gonna be at brunch.
gonna be down at brunch, man, requesting all the Al Green.
See, that's exactly it. So I'm not dealing with her trying to set up her internet and all that stuff. Let one of them grandbabies go over there and do it. They old enough.
Did y'all have any response from anybody from the article like, oh dang, I didn't know y'all was doing that?
Nah, there's like people were just showing love on Facebook though. That was it though, you know.
Yeah, people like, man, I didn't even know y'all had an R&B show. Like, yo,
that part. Yeah. The guy that I used to date, I made a comment about, like I said, yeah, we got put in the post tag. She's like, oh, what for the podcast? You do a podcast? Yes. I mean, I knew y'all had that little group, but and I'm like, well, yeah, we turned the group into a podcast, and you got to go through the whole history of everything. And it's like, oh, okay, that's
like, are you interviewing you? It sound like,
hey,
I got to explain it all to him.
Catch up.
Yeah, there are some people who just don't know, and I mean that's fine. Like the thing, I can post it, and if you pay attention to me or you don't.
Yeah, right, that's how I am.
Yeah.
That's it. Either you pay attention or you don't. But the people that do pay attention, hey, we out here.
So before we even get further on our copies now, we got to take a step back to the Mary J. Blige. Could she be the great, the most consistent R&B artist of all time? A fight broke out, not comments.
Yeah, it got
to put it mildly. Right now right now we're sitting at 36 comments on that video alone. Spearheaded by, I don't know if, and it's so crazy, and I don't want to give credence to this woman, but Jaguar Wright might be right. I don't know if y'all remember her and her say that she has a whole bunch of like bots or like stands that like go out there for her. They go out there for Mary J. Blige. Have y'all heard her mention that in like interviews?
I've tried to ignore Jaguar Wright. She's had a lot of stuff happen.
Yeah, but she said that, and I'm like, we put up Mary J. Blige, and I'm talking about they just coming out fighting each other, fighting about this. So one is Mary Jesus Blige stand.
Yeah, I saw her in the comment. I did see her in the comments.
And then she was cussing people out damn near if you didn't like to think that that Mary J. Blige was the best artist of all time, not just of the era.
She ready to die for Mary.
Right.
She ready to go to war for Mary.
Yeah, I mean, some people was mentioning Janet Jackson. Some people mentioned Beyonce in the comments. Some people mentioned Usher. A few people mentioned Usher. Another Janet Jackson I see here. Mary Jesus Blige is replying to all of them.
But that's to me though. Like, what's the difference between a Mary fan? Mary fans are nothing compared to the Beehive.
Nah.
I mean,
period.
You think most of them older? Most of our fans are older.
Right. So the Beehive is a whole. So the Beehive is terrible as a staff, record label, and as a crew.
So like, is Rihanna stands the next? Is that Rihanna's army like next up for like ruining
the Navy?
No, Navy? No, it's not. It's not them. It's the Barbies.
Oh, yeah. Rihanna's clan be cool. They be chill.
Rihanna's the Navy is fine. Everybody, the Navy is cool.
The Navy get high. The Navy
they chilling. They smoking weed and chilling. You know
exactly.
Wearing makeup.
The Beehive and the Barbs. Holy shit! No, they worse than Kobe stands.
And them Lil Kim stands, but even though she's not as relevant, but you still can find them in the mix when it comes to the Barbie.
So them old hoes or the Lil Kim stands.
And part of them is part of that Mary crew.
Yep, that's it.
But exactly I can love you better crew.
Exactly.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, some of the people said Sade, Anita Baker. And actually, you know what? Let me put that as one of the topics. I forgot to put on there about Anita Baker fighting.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say, man, shout out to Anita Baker trying to, we'll
talk about that after this. We'll talk about that.
Definitely. I got something. Let's keep moving.
So I mean, we're just gonna lead this. Let's go to Anita Baker because I mean, this is mostly a couple of people in here just fighting each other.
This is our childhood.
Yeah. So let's go to Anita Baker. Anita Baker's fighting the not RIAA. She's fighting a record label through a legal right. So after 31 years, I think she signed her original contract, all the rights of her music will go back to her. But the record label is kind of, trying to finagle their way around it. So she's trying to get people not to listen to the first album, Anita album.
That was one came out, like 83, 84?
84, yeah. So whatever 31 years would be. So
yeah,
I think that's whatever 31 years or 30 some years, whatever the 30 years, 30, it might be 35 years. So 86, whatever came out 86, I think.
Yeah, actually that one. Yeah. What is that? The Songstress, maybe? Which one? What year does the Songstress come out? But either way, this house ain't been clean because I'm waiting on Anita to get her masters.
Yeah, the house dirty.
The house dirty. That's why I got this blur back here. I can't clean my house right because I gotta wait on Anita. And we don't own music anymore, so I gotta stream everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so she doesn't want us to do it. So it's interesting that Dave Chappelle may have kind of been a trendsetter because people are not gonna listen to stuff and support Anita. You're gonna have to watch how good these fan bases are for real.
Yeah, because Anita damn near like family.
Yeah.
That's like the auntie. That's like the auntie we never met.
Right. That's your auntie right there. So she said, "Don't do it. I ain't doing it."
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's asking everybody not to listen to. I think this says the Rapture album.
Okay.
Damn it. See, I just stopped listening to everything. So all I saw.
Yeah. I'm sure she probably wants everybody to do all that. And this is the crazy part. So I'm looking at the thing. It said, miraculously, I've outlived all my other artists. They no longer own my name and likeness in my law. 30-year-old masters are $2 billion are to be returned to me. Unfortunately, they're going to make me fight for it. I'm prepared to do that. Please don't advertise or buy ABXO. So Anita Baker. I guess that's what is XO. What is XO?
Hugs and kisses.
Oh, okay. So she talking about all the albums, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought originally was just that because she said 30 years, so whatever 30 years from the album, so it'd be whatever's in 91. Oh well, she talking about all her shit damn near 91.
Yeah, that would say that's everything. The last one was what? I Apologize and Body and Soul. That was what, 94?
Yeah. 95? No, she's had one since then.
Yeah, she had the comeback, everything.
Yeah, the comeback album. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2004.
Second comeback. Right. Yeah, she had the other comeback that she had. So,
and my thing is, if a record label gets this, the record labels, they've been fighting De La Soul for a minute on their masters. And De La Soul been telling people not to stream their music for like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
With Tommy Boy. So I don't know. I mean, if Dave Chappelle can really push people to do this, if Anita Baker wins, I think we all need to get behind De La Soul next and help somebody from hip hop. Because you know, De La Soul gave us all kind of good stuff, and I mean, we got NBA YoungBoy out here, got his masters, man, and we can't get make sure that people that really
affected us, the legends can get theirs.
Even though NBA YoungBoy probably doesn't have his masters, I'm just saying that just to try to make people feel a certain type of way about it.
That is just the point.
Yeah, it's just the point that one of them would be like, man, I own all my masters. Then you 15 years from now, you're gonna be like, y'all remember that video I did in 2021 saying I own my masters? I lied. Can y'all help me?
Hasbro got him.
Birdman still got him, and he's 75. Birdman was going to be one for a long time.
Didn't Wayne just sell his for like 100 million?
He sold his and Drake's and Nicki Minaj's supposedly. Almost all the Young Moneys.
Oh, damn.
There's gonna be a lot of promethazine being drunk up with that.
Yeah.
So yo, shout out to Anita Baker for that. So since we keep in with the older people in our family, first, did everybody get to check out the Raekwon Ghostface verses before we jump into the next one that's coming up?
I wouldn't have watched that shit. I'm not a Wu-Tang fan.
Oh my God.
I know one Ghostface song. That's it. And I was good. Like I was not the demographic that was targeted for that versus battle. And that's okay. I know a lot of people were very excited about it. I think what was it, Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang.
I think I was
Focus Media did a live for no reason and tried to do a live with two lives right next to each other, not forgetting the audio part that there's going to be an echo between both of them. Yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah. I chimed in at the end of it.
Yeah, but we will have to figure it out for the red and meth joint, because me and them are big Wu-Tang heads.
No doubt. Yeah, that was on 420.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be crazy. That was on 420. Method Man versus Redman on 420, Stacey.
I know. I may or may not be around for that. We'll see what happens. Like some artists just I never was interested in the first place. So to watch a battle with two artists that I don't care about.
So you don't really like Meth and Red? I would think Meth would be like the one that most people would kind of be palatable to.
I love them together. I love both of them together.
I think Redman is funny and I think Meth is sexy, but I don't need to see a versus battle with the two of them.
Okay.
That's how I feel. So, but again, I'm not their audience. But there are people who will love this, and more power to the people who will be really involved in watching that. It's just not.
Now I got a question. Who do y'all think the rematch is gonna be? They say it's a rematch.
I think it's Babyface.
I think that's
Teddy Riley, Babyface.
Yep.
Might be. But so the way
I was gonna say the Jagged Edge or 112.
Trying to look at the letters, I'm like, is it Ashanti and Keisha Cole? Because it looks like one person has two names and the other person just has one name. I feel like it's Ashanti and Keisha Cole.
Because their audio was messed up during that battle.
But I think they're trying
look at the flyer.
Yeah. So do we need an Ashanti Keisha Cole again?
We didn't need it the first time.
I want to see SWV and Escape.
I think that's coming. Like there's one of the battles that's on there.
I think it is SWV Escape. I think Coco was saying that on Fat Joe's podcast.
Okay.
I think it is them. Like, yeah, looking at the amount of space of the blurred line and what could fit in there. I think that is SWV Escape. Now that I will be sitting here ready for.
And I know it's a Warren G and DJ Quick supposed to come up, and of course UGK out in A-Ball and MJG.
I don't know. Let me say one. I love Warren G. Let me stop right there. I love Warren G. I love DJ Quick. I don't know if I want to see them together, but it may surprise me, right?
It's gonna be because Stacey, you're thinking about their raps probably. You're not thinking about all the stuff they produced.
That production,
right. Maybe that's it. Like, but I mean, again, you get surprised with other things that some of the other ones that we really enjoyed. Like, E40 and Too Short, or Snoop and DMX, right? Yeah. I was very surprised in just how that went. So I think that's one of those ones where the culture wins.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no specific winner. But I still listen to G-Funk era.
Me too.
Like the album that saved Def Jam.
Oh, 100% did. So the big one that's next week is for all this. This could be bigger than the Patti LaBelle Gladys Knight for the older generation. Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm there for it. Don't get it twisted.
Get your linens. Get your linens.
Like, if y'all ever been to a Charlie Wilson concert and you like the young cat and you see like where like the older couple, like they've been waiting for this night to go out. Like, like they didn't went to go months. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't
wash the truck. Andy. He didn't wash the F-150.
I'm gonna take your mom out this weekend. Your mom didn't want to go. So I'm gonna take
Charlie coming and everything. We gonna do it up. And you can tell the ones that kids are adults because they like, they are like, yo, I got my Viagra, and they grooving. You like, okay.
Hey, ready. The empty nesters.
Yep.
I need, like, it's gonna be an amazing night because I saw Ronald Isley there was a Matthew Dickey like anniversary thing in St. Louis.
Was that the Fox?
It was at the Fox.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he had this coat that he had on, this white fur coat situation he had on. I need to see what coat this man is gonna have on during the Zoom. I mean, I feel like I'm not saying that there is any beef between the two of them, but it'd be dope if you find out there was some beef, like if people was kind of like,
we just didn't know that then. We just didn't know that they didn't get along. Like,
and we just didn't know that they didn't get along. Like, I feel like it's one of them old men carry a blade. I don't know, so somebody might get cut.
Oh yeah, somebody got a blade.
Like you find out Ernie stole somebody's guitar or before a show for they couldn't perform.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's so many opportunities for ridiculousness during this night. Somebody gonna fall asleep.
Now, there is potential beef there though now that nobody's talking about, but that can get real messy. And this one's new. That Ron Isley's sister is Philip Bailey's ex-wife.
Oh.
The other Johnson sister used to be married to Philip Bailey.
Gotcha.
From JS, and they got a kid together.
Oh,
that's his youngest kid. He got a kid like 12. Both him and Ron Isley got young kids. They both out here.
Yeah, they got a little middle school. Right, they got little middle schoolers out here.
Right, because Ron Isley is married to one of the ice cream girls.
He
Jones sisters. The Jones sisters.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the other it's the Johnson sisters. The other Johnson sisters was married to Philip Bailey. So that could get real, and I didn't even know they was divorced. I was just randomly Googling because I got a horrible life that just wants to go down rabbit holes of people's personal lives that are older, not young people. I like to find out what happened to like Diane Carroll, like who was she was kicking with at 52, like stuff like that. I don't want to know the new stuff. I want to know the messy old players.
But is Mr. Biggs coming to the battle?
Oh, Can we afford him to come out with Mr. Biggs? Can we give him a pass to come out with that?
Is Mr. Biggs gonna be at the battle?
That's a tough one for Ron to go on because the crowd can kind of go against you with the R. Kelly stuff.
Yeah, but then they love it.
Ron may be so old he don't care.
He won. I think you might get Contagious.
Okay. Or the one with Contagious.
He can do Contagious without even having to get into what he can do it without.
What's the one with Kelly Price? When he the Godfather.
Best friend.
Yeah, the best friend.
Best friend remix. That's the remix too. Hey, that joint right there, man. I every time I hear, I just holler and like how you
doing, Mr. Biggs?
What the hell is going on?
What you mean? What's going on?
It's amazingly horrible writing.
Yes.
Like reality.
Good singing. Though.
It's horrible writing. Because like even with Contagious, it's that's a hard. The lyrics of the song, it's not amazing writing. There's nothing incredible about that fucking song at all. This is not going to make it into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
The dramatic effect.
It's the story of it. It's the story of it.
And they built a whole thing around it because they missed they have like at least 7 songs together. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to think about
it all started when they left them in the desert.
Right.
It all starts with I Can't Sleep.
No, down low.
It was down low.
Down low. Thank you. And
then down low remix. Then it was that up tempo song where the Isley brothers on the boat.
Yeah, damn.
And that was just Mr. Biggs on there. R. Kelly that showed up at the end, or it might be Kelly Price actually after that.
Yeah, they built a great storyline. It's a whole great storyline.
He was the Godfather, and then he came back with Shantae Moore. Then there was another one they had with somebody else.
It was with the Johnson. I
thought he was gonna pop up.
It was.
I thought he was gonna pop up in the Sparkle song with a woman's fed up.
Oh,
and that, man. I mean, if they could have kept that going for a while. I mean, Ron Isley even named his last solo album Mr. Biggs.
Yeah, was that the one when they shot the video in St. Louis?
Yep, downtown.
Yeah, yep.
Because this video was like a dinner. I think it was called Dinner for Two.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so I mean,
it was on Washington and Lumiere down there.
You know what? And I think we may be taking Earth, Wind, and Fire for granted just because Ron had a longer run of relevant songs. The Isley Brothers did of relevant music.
Yeah,
not saying I'm talking about current music. Not saying Earth, Wind, and Fire music wasn't relevant. I'm talking about like current music where I mean, you in between. You got people remember Between the Sheets came out in the mid to late '80s. That's a newer song compared to anything Earth, Wind, and Fire came out with.
And
all the Angela Winbush stuff that they was doing,
and like Angela Winbush. And Caravan of Love.
Yeah,
that's a lot. And I think the crazy thing with
Caravan of Love is taking that an Isley Brothers song, no.
Oh well, yeah, is that Jasper?
Odell, and Isley.
Yeah, I would say it's one of them. Everybody but Ron.
Yeah, exactly. and they was trying. Ron was getting all them checks, and they was like, man, how do we come up with a group without Ron?
Yeah, Ron was the Michael Jackson of the Isleys.
and Ron had the audacity to come out with an Isley Brothers album with just him on the cover. If you go back, it's the one with Spend the Night on there. It's just him on the cover.
That was the one in the 80s. That was the one that came out in the 80s.
Like 85.
My mom had it.
Shout out to Angela Winbush. She was writing all that newer Isley stuff that was popping in the 80s.
Yeah.
She was writing all that stuff.
She had it a lot.
But go ahead, Stacey, you were saying something?
No, I was gonna say with Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I didn't grow up listening to them. Like, you know, people's parents play stuff in the background. Like, I didn't hear them or like really get like any kind of appreciation for them until like I was much older. So like certain songs don't resonate with me. But I do think that with the Isley Brothers, by Ron Isley having current songs, it did bring that newer generation of people into it. And then even with what song samples In Between the Sheets?
Oh, you talking about Biggie, Big Papa.
And then Ice Cube sampled them too. It was a good day.
So that continues to keep them relevant. If somebody wants to look up, like, man, what song is that? It just takes them back to that. And I mean, not to say that Earth, Wind, and Fire has not been sampled, but
Isley Brothers is probably the most sampled R&B group of all time, though. I think.
Right.
I think somebody had an article about that.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. So I think it'll be dope. I think it'll be, like I said, grandparents gonna be up, scooting and booting, and it's gonna be some two-stepping going on.
I think it's early too. I think it's at 2:00. I think it's early.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. It better not be at no 7.
Like, I'm sure it is. Like,
Granny gotta watch Touched by an Angel. She gonna be in bed by 8.
Patty and Gladys had us up about 9, 10 o'clock. It's like, man,
They was sleepy.
They was sleeping.
They was sitting on stage nodding off.
Right. I'm like, they're like, we
If it
still
wasn't for
here?
Dionne Warwick showing up, they was like, oh, it's somebody else here. What you doing here, girl?
Man, listen, they were ready to go. So y'all better have it at 2:00.
Right, they're gonna have it right after church, after Sunday dinner.
Right after Sunday, you know they hit that sizzler at about 3:00. They's gonna be right at that time.
Yep.
Make sure that you can have your greens on in the background. It's gonna be a great night.
Yeah,
so
I think.
And what is it?
On Easter too.
I'm excited for it.
On Easter,
Easter Sunday.
So,
no,
so
which
everybody automatically gonna be dressed up.
Actually, wait. Like to that point, I actually do need to check and see what the hell time that is, because you can't be Easter service go late, so they're gonna have to.
Are they virtual?
Oh, yeah, church virtual now. And Ronald start out with his gospel joints from when they first started. The Isley Brothers was a gospel group at first. He'll try to sneak one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Isleys actually have had a hit in every decade. I think they got the most hits in multiple decades.
In every decade.
Because they got one. Because you gotta remember Twist and Shout is in the 50s.
Yeah,
right.
60s.
And you got the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Yeah. All right.
So almost reinvent themselves every 15 years.
Hey.
All right. Next up, we got the most popular white R&B song that we feel like are. We talked a little bit about it, but let's talk about them. Most popular white R&B song for you, or white R&B influence, because some of that could be kind of considered pop.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Michael McDonald, man.
Which one though? Which one?
I keep forgetting.
Hey, y'all don't know shit about no Michael motherfucking McDonald. I can tell you that now.
From the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah. Hey man.
Because there's a Michael McDonald from like St. Louis or something. Isn't he from St. Louis?
Ferguson. Yeah. People Ferguson.
On my own.
What about you, Stacey? What you got for yours?
I'm gonna go with NSYNC and Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because Black folks didn't even know that was NSYNC playing on the radio, because it was on the R&B channels. And
so the video came out.
Until the video came out, niggas did not know that was not a Black group that was singing. They had no idea.
That's true.
It was like, is this 112? Who is this?
It was only the younger Black people knew because of TRL.
Exactly. And I remember one of my ex at the time, he was like, he should have known that it was white boys because the song was called Gone and not Gone. Like Shank. He's like,
because who had Get Gone? Who had the song Get Gone?
That was
Ideal. No.
Yeah, it is Ideal. It is Ideal.
Yes, Ideal.
Yeah.
Yes, Get Gone.
So that's the Black version is Get Gone from Ideal.
Yeah. I get them in Rough Ends. I always get them in Rough Ends mixed up.
A shout to Rough Ends who just dropped a single.
Yep.
Yeah. I still haven't listened to it
H-Town. And H-Town just dropped something new.
Why?
I think I saw that.
Why?
I think I just saw that. I think.
Why?
I think it's in the group. I think I posted it in the group.
I know, but I'm just saying, why did they do that? Why? We were only there for Dino. Get y'all 2,000 or 3,000 a show and just keep it going.
Look, they trying to get their own version.
Before Beyonce, they was the first big thing out of H-Town. That's what they unsung always say. Before Beyonce, he was the biggest thing out of the H-Town.
They were.
Everybody knocking boots.
Yeah.
So yours is Gone. Mine is Bobby Caldwell. What you want to do for love?
And
there's people right now that still don't know he's white.
I just found that out like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I just found out a couple years ago. But then he switched the guy who sings what the fuck was the song? I just posted it on my page the other day. The guy that I found out was Black, who if you'd have thought, like I'd have thought that Bobby Caldwell would have sang that shit. I gotta find it. Hold on.
So it's a Black singer that you didn't know it was a Black singer.
Oh, give me the beat, boy, free my soul. Like that guy, that song. Had no idea it was a Black guy.
I didn't know that.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounded like Bobby Caldwell should have sung that.
I didn't know
like
that.
Look, black, good and black, hella black.
Man.
But yeah, I think Bobby Caldwell walked so Michael McDonald could run, and then Justin Timberlake
could fly. I have a sleeper song that if black people really listen to the lyrics of particularly black men with baby mama issues, they would embrace it. And it's Wham! What she wants.
Okay.
He says, and now you having my baby. And like, so the song says, like, basically, you got me going run through all these hoops, and now you have my baby. How you figure I got enough for 3 when I ain't have enough for 2? That's what Michael George Michael. Them lyrics
George
are
Michael,
ill.
the GOAT, man.
George Michael was going in on that song. He said, "I ain't got enough for 2. How you figure I got enough for 3?"
But then gonna flip it around years later and gonna want to be a father figure.
Hey,
he switched it up on him, didn't he?
Hey, I never even connected that like that to you.
That just made me think because I was listening to the song the other day.
Oh man, but that George Michael goes in. That dude said, "And now you're having my baby." He's talking about all these other problems. Then on top, he's like, "And then on top of all that, you having my baby?"
He's like, "Bitch, I'm broke."
Right, exactly.
Why did you get?
Oh man, that's exactly
what
how
on the pills.
Man, so if any of y'all, I know it's real old school and poppy, but Wham was dope. Wham was dope.
Yeah.
Wham was dope.
That's part of that, my alternative mix, Wham and Tears for Fears.
Oh, that Tears for Fears go
absolutely.
hard. And you know, that was what them days we had to listen to everybody's stuff, man. Like, like you got.
Yeah, we didn't have that option. But then, I mean, do I need to bring up Hall & Oates, or we gonna let it go?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, do we need to talk about Sarah Smile?
Sarah Smile.
The messed up thing is that I do think the After 7 version is better. I do. I forgot all about the After 7 version.
Yeah, they did that one.
Whenever I hear Sarah Smile now, all I think about is the Boondocks episode with Tom singing it in the in a restaurant. But
that's right.
But it's that's a lot of Hall & Oates songs that I quite enjoy. But
Private Eye's my favorite.
Nigga. and that song, I became aware of that one because of the show Psych. There was a commercial they did singing Private Eyes. Okay. And so I saw the commercial and I was like, let me look this up, look it up. And like they do the video the exact same way that Hall & Oates did. But Hall & Oates is fucking amazing. I wish they're going to it right now.
When did y'all realize that the I think it's Daryl Hall wasn't black? I thought he was black.
Find out till I was grown. I was grown. I was like 22, 23.
I was like, I thought he was black. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did too. I always thought he was black.
I think I always knew. I hadn't seen them really. Like I'd only heard them. So I'm like, but I knew that the group wasn't black. That's what I did know. So like, but if I would have seen him first, then I'd have been like, well, he at least mixed.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a mulatto, is what you're trying to tell me. So I need to download some Hall & Oates later.
Yeah, I wrote that down myself. Like when he brought it up, I was like, I need to get some more Hall & Oates going.
Hall & Oates had them hits.
They did. They freaking did.
I mean, with this, I guess another topic real quick. What do y'all think about Verzuz being sold?
I didn't really have no feeling because I don't know. I feel like it had to get bigger some kind of way. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
and people, I mean, us Negroes, we just don't research nothing.
White man just want to own everything.
But y'all know Snoop owns part of Triller, right?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that after the last
with the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah,
people just forgot all about that Snoop's a part owner of the company.
I think it's just the idea that we'll get something, it starts getting popular, the next thing you know, you hear that somebody sold it. And if you just on face value, you're like, well, why can't you just keep it? Why can't we just hold on to it versus it getting sold? Because I think we're so used to things that we love being sold to a bigger company or being bought away from us, BET. So to that point, I think that Verzuz, it's not that I feel a certain way about it. I do worry about the quality that's going to come next. Like what now, like, is it going to still be more of the urban culture? Or are we about to get really popish? And is it going to become like a little bit more mainstream? Like, that's how I feel about battle rap. Mm-hmm. About how that was something that was underground, it was for a specific culture, and then it started getting bigger and bigger, and next thing you know, it becomes mainstream, and next thing you know, you got Method Man hosting the white lady from This Is Us and Justin Bieber battle rapping each other on TBS, and it's like, what the fuck? So I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
that it loses its value.
I mean, I'm not mad for them cats could get a check. They came up with a dope idea. Hey, they ain't got to keep it for nobody else. Like, man, don't sell your McDonald's you own then. I mean, come on. I mean, like.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not mad at the check. Secure the bag, get your money. But
companies are made to be sold. Most people are going to sell their companies.
Like I said, my fear is that quality will change. Like that's it. Like I just don't want the quality to change. You can change,
but they're on the board as well. They still have creative control, though. They're just getting more money on the back end of it. Mm. I mean, it's just like somebody infusing cash. You gotta look at it like a venture capitalist, kind of like where it's like, yo, we still run it, but they just invested X amount of dollars into it and own part of it.
Yeah, because I saw where they tried it. They expanded it during the NFL Pro Bowl. They did a Verzuz where it's like, if you're a receiver and I'm a corner, we just gonna, like Deion Sanders and one of the analysts, they were kind of co-hosting it, and they was just on Instagram Live, and they just playing highlights against each other. It was cool. I watched a couple of them though, and they just kind of talking shit to each other, and just playing highlight. They top 20 highlights of the season.
I'm surprised my name Petty and being like, but what about Cassandra though? You ain't defend that. Like, cause them cats all be dating the same women and them NFL players and NBA players and all that, and be like, boy, you ain't defend Cassandra. And then it ends up being him. It could be his boy. Yeah, and then it could be him. It could be like one of his teammates. Like, and it's probably a dude that's on the practice squad and got her. Cause that's the dude that ain't got no time, got all the time in the world to go be getting a woman. It's the dude that's on the practice squad. All he got to do is read his playbook and go spend some time with her. Cause he ain't gonna get no clock. Nope. Cause he ain't got to do nothing. So he ain't hurt. He ain't going to physical therapy. He's just going to practice. Yep.
Practice.
All right. Our last one. Shout out to my cousin J Bo. He gave us a good one. He says, "What artist would have had a better career if it wasn't for that narcotic?"
Ooh.
Whitney.
Yeah.
You think our career would? I mean, ooh. That's ooh. Because I wanted to say, didn't she already have a good career? But then I'm thinking, yo, she could have been even more crazier on the longevity side, like Anita Baker, Sade, like atmosphere where they could tour every 15 years and get a big bag.
Exactly. Like it's her voice. When her voice started changing, like the thing of, no matter what with Whitney, she had that voice. Period. And the voice, it even through her drug usage, she was still okay. But then the last album she did, the voice was different. Like, I think she was still right, but their voice is different. And then when you see the movie Sparkle and she's singing, you're like, that's not. Again, not horrible, voice. Not horrible, but that's not her voice.
And I heard her live shows on that European tour was horrible.
Yeah, I seen a couple videos.
When she stopped singing and she would talk through a song, so that when her voice was gone, then I think that did it.
Oh, damn, that was cool. I was gonna say Alexander O'Neal.
Yeah, that was. I was thinking him, and I was also thinking Tony Thompson from High Five.
Ooh, man, that's a good one too, because that one is one. Not necessarily he would have been Usher or anybody like that, but he could have had a Joe Lane.
Yeah,
like a nice solid solo R&B career, like Joe or your Donnells or anybody like that, where they just get their little $5,000 a show for doing all their hits, and you know, and they'll come out with a good song every 5 years and keep it moving.
Yeah. What about
That's a good one, Tony Thompson.
What about KC? Or KC?
I think Drugs may have enhanced his career. I think Drugs actually enhanced his career.
Okay.
I think it's the opposite way for him. He's one of the few people that if he wasn't out there taking his shirt off, going crazy,
riding on people's shoulders, eating hot dogs,
he wouldn't have had the mythos he had if it wasn't for the narcotic.
Taking them piggyback rides.
You got any more, Stacey? But Whitney's a good one. That's the best one so far.
I'm actually trying to think, like, who.
What about what's the old girl? Damn, old girl that committed suicide.
To my Phyllis Hyman?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, she had depression though, so that's okay. So her drug use is a little bit real medication.
Okay.
Because I think she was really like clinically bipolar, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm not saying Whitney could be too though, but I'm just saying that
because I remember when she passed away.
Yeah.
There's somebody.
Oh, there's one person we forgot a big one that just hit me. A whole family, the DeBarge family.
DeBarge.
A whole family. We mentioned it on the last episode.
And L still has it. I saw him like a few years ago at like one of the Valentine concerts. He was late, but he still got it, man.
Oh, L still got it.
I just saw him singing on something the other day. Just saw him the other day singing on something. So that drugs hit that family hard. Like just everybody.
No, how did everybody get hooked on narcotics? Everybody.
Addiction is.
And Chico, he's still locked up, ain't he? Or is he out?
He's in and out. I mean, you know, it depends, I guess. You can check his Instagram. Let's see if he's out.
And that's the thing. Addiction is hereditary, and you can have somebody, a parent or something that is, or a brother or sister that is an addict, and you can go either way with it.
But how's everybody though? Like everybody, not one person is clean.
That's what you was around. Like say, you can go either way, or it's that point of like there's an addiction to something. Like no matter what, there's an addictive personality. So it could be for you, it could be drugs. For her, it could be alcohol. For the other person, it could be addicted to food, right? Like their addiction can go either way. But the Barge is especially
with Bobby. He was the oldest, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the one that got. Supposedly he's the one that got everybody else hooked on it.
Yeah,
because he was the one. He was getting paid before all the rest of them.
Yeah, because he was in Switch.
Yeah, and he's the one that got the deal for them with Jermaine Jackson.
Okay.
And then Jermaine put on the DeBarge brothers and sisters. I mean, James is hooked on narcotic. Bunny's hooked on narcotic. Chico hooked on it. L hooked on it. They got like another brother that was on the Punky Bruce episode. I never remember his name. Did I say James already?
I think you said James.
It's one more brother because it's another one in that group that's hooked on it too. But all of them, man. I mean,
I remember seeing that unsung because I think one of
that's the most cringeworthy watch.
Because I think one of the grandkids was working with Babyface. But this was like 10 years ago, though, when that unsung episode came out.
Yeah, that's man. And Bunny could write. Y'all know Bunny wrote all them joints that was big for DeBarge.
I have Bunny DeBarge's tape.
Oh, that's right. She did come out with a solo album.
She did, and my grandma bought it at Ventures. She saw it was a tape band. She saw the DeBarges on there. Saw a light-skinned girl on there with curly hair. and thought this looked like a good tape.
Stacey gonna love this.
Stacey gonna love this one. And brought it home. I'm like, who the hell is Bunny the Barge? Okay.
And how was that album? How was that album? I mean, I've never heard it.
From what I remember, it was fine. I mean, like, again, with the context of songs and just what I was allowed to listen to as a little girl, it was fine for me. The weird thing is, probably if I played it, I probably remember some songs and be able to sing along to them. Just because, you know, you got to tape. That's what you listen to.
That was your only tape.
That was your only tape. That's what you listen to.
And then you don't realize how some songs are considered bad to other people until you get older. And you're like, dang, I listened to that song like 40 times.
We sure was like 8, 9 years old singing "I Want to Sex You Up."
Who was that put in the group? Was that you, Stacey, talking about SWV with Downtown?
With Downtown.
So I didn't put it in there, but somebody else did, and I'm like, yeah, that song. Yeah, that was me. I was like, I said that song. I thought Downtown was about sex. That's exactly what I thought it was. I knew that it was, you know, sexual. I didn't know what part of sex it was.
Mm-hmm.
I know a girl was like, look what he doing when he went into the water. I was like, oh, that's how I found out. Like, oh.
And like watching the video, I'll just say this: at that age, that concept was foreign to me. Like I knew sex happened.
Yeah,
I knew that. So
but it's just like at the end of the Jade song, "Don't Walk Away," the moaning. How they taking out the end of the
yeah. So, but again, I understood sex. Adding in some extra stuff, I was like,
Downtown.
Because at the end of Jade's song, she says, "This is what it sounds like when we make love." So like I knew that's what was going on. But like I said, with Downtown, I wasn't aware of the extra things that happened. I didn't know. I didn't know at that time there were more things that you did. And so to grow older and realize like, oh.
You're like, oh, that's what they were talking about.
Is Rain on Me for real supposed to be about what I thought it was? Is that true?
It probably isn't.
I keep hearing that, but I don't know.
Is that just conveniently people that's trying to be extra vulgar for no reason?
Just like somebody tried to say that the electric slide was about a woman and a vibrator.
That's true though, I thought, right?
No, I think the creator came back out or whoever.
Oh, that's right. And said it wasn't.
Like, it said it wasn't. So people like to make up shit.
Yeah, just like said Sierra went on Oprah and said she used to be a dude.
Yeah.
Just like Tommy Hill.
Yeah, they never met Oprah, man.
You
know, it's still people that believe that Tommy Hilfiger thing.
That race.
Oh, I have argued. There was a girl. The Tommy Hilfiger thing, I'm like, that's just not true. She went on Snopes, and pulled up the article, screenshot it, and copied and pasted it, and was like, here it is right here. And I'm like, but if you again look at the bottom of the screen where it says this is not true, I'm like, Tommy has come, like he has told everyone that's not what I said. Oprah has said he wasn't even on my fucking show. Like it didn't even happen. I'm like, so when he finally did go on her show, he was like she's like, this is the first time he's ever been here. And like I said, but y'all still, and the girl, like the person I'm telling that to, she was like, well, I don't know, they still be racist, so I still believe it. So you cannot argue.
Tommy Hilfiger wasn't racist when Snoop went on SNL in 94 or 95 and he had the denim Tommy Hilfiger outfit on.
Which I wanted so bad.
This was before Aaliyah.
Yep.
Right, but I'm thinking, when did because the rumor came out, 90?
We was in high school, I remember.
This is like 97, 98.
Yeah, 97, 98.
And it, like I said, it is embedded in our culture that you do not fuck with Tommy Hilfiger at this point, no matter what. Like, even though I know it's not true, I don't know if I'll grab something that's Tommy, because if I wear it outside,
be like, hey, them LLCs people gonna come after you.
The incense and LLC people are gonna come get me.
The hotel.
If I wear it, I can't wear that shit. Like it is embedded. At this point, it's too long. It's been too long. We should have nipped it in the bud by 98. We didn't, and
we didn't have it. Everybody didn't have the internet in 98. Everybody didn't get the internet till like 05.
Nigga, Polo fucked that Hills. And what's so crazy? is that we did not have the internet like that. Like if you had the internet, you was maybe using some AOL dial-up, or you were
on instant messaging.
There was no fucking Google. The fact that rumor made it across the country like that without the help of social media is amazing. Like that's a study in human communication in itself, of how that rumor made it that far, not just regional. Everyone knew you don't fuck with it. And then
like even think about like Troop, the clothing company Troop went through the same thing with saying they were owned by the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah. Like British Knights. Remember that was the whole thing. British Knights was white supremacists. Remember the little crowns in the back of people's cars? Yeah. Remember they were saying they were air fresheners made by the white supremacists.
Exactly. So all those little, I mean, hell, with the tree on the Timberland boot, it was
the tree we hung from.
The slave tree.
The nautical boat was a slave boat.
Nigga, let me say this. Niggas did not give a fuck about that Timberland shit though. They was like, nigga, I'm gonna still buy these wheat.
Hey, what didn't they have there? Nautica with the boat? That was the boat we came on.
Yeah, they talk about the nautical boat was a slave
ship. It
was
always some shit. And again, these amazing rumors without social media.
Yeah.
Like that's a dissertation in itself, is how the Tommy Hilfiger rumor started and its impact on hip hop culture. Still. Like, I mean, again, with rappers talking about it, Polo, fuck that Hilfiger.
Got a 45 headed this Hilfiger. Hey, Pimp C hated Tommy.
Yeah. Oh man, well we gonna really wrap it. Oh man, first of all, Stacey, how you feeling still after the Garfield incident?
I'm still not fucking with y'all. Really, I started not to come today. But I went on ahead and came.
Y'all good friendship though.
I'm making plans to move down to Houston to be with them, but you know, none of y'all business.
Closer to him.
Right, he only 4 hours away down the highway.
That's a little weekend. You can go there every weekend to hang out.
I leave right now and be there before it get too late outside.
You know how many songs you listen to about weekend love on the ride down there?
Open back up. When the world opens back up, he gonna give you tickets to the show in Dallas.
What's funny is I had to go to Walmart today at like around 10 o'clock. I went to Walmart, and as I was driving back home, yours came on my iPod. When I was driving home, and I was like, man,
he was like,
that boy. I was like, I love that boy. I'm just sitting there driving like, I love that man.
He had the hard eyes.
Yeah, so just again, for people that don't know, they lied to me. I had no idea that he was going to be on the show at all. I was told we were interviewing Domino from the 90s. Well, I'm ready to talk to him about sweet potato pie and the Ghetto Jam. And I look up and that is not who was there. I'm like, I'd have had a low cut shirt on or something, but nah, y'all ain't do that for me. I got to be all regular and stuff on the camera.
But you still came in looking on point though. So it was like, you
had the lips done.
Yep.
And I just always had the lipstick on, but it was just like, I'm sitting there with the dumb look on my face because I'm trying not to smile and just look like looking like a little kid the whole time. And like I have this goofy look on my face. Like I know, like I didn't say hardly shit during that interview. I had nothing to give. I was just
well, he talked most of the time anyway, which I kind of let him, just let him go.
Let him get off his story.
Yeah, but then D would be like, he's like, Stacey, you got anything you want to
add? I like your hair.
I like that you be singing.
Do you remember this song, Yours? That was like the one question she had that she was ready for is about yours.
That's all I had. You were like, it reminds me of that SNL that Chris Farley used to do. You remember when you was in the group Shy and y'all used to sing? Yeah, you remember that? It was
like, man, this whole interview is about this.
Right, like that's all. I had nothing. Like, how dare you do this to me. It was the greatest presents ever. Like I love and hate y'all at the same time.
Wait till we get Bumper on the show.
Oh yeah.
Listen, understand this.
We gonna run through all the like 90s dude crushes, like, and not just singers. We gonna start trying to get some actors on here, like.
Listen to me very carefully.
My man Dion Richmond,
if I log on to this Zoom and Bumper Robinson is looking back at me, I'm turning the Zoom back off. Okay, I got nothing.
All right, so we got one of our crushes out the way.
Y'all are not gonna sit here. You ain't finna bring Clarence the So Fine on here with me and think that I'm finna sit here and act. No.
But what about Hakeem from The Boys?
I'm screaming and then I'm hanging up.
You can't hang up on that one because he lives in Africa, so we had to figure out some logistics to get him. That ain't like you can't just make that call again. You know what I'm saying? You just can't make that call again.
I thought they moved back to the States.
Only a couple of them did. Hakeem's still over there.
Oh, Hakeem's still over
there. Like he's over there producing and stuff. So yeah, I don't. Nah.
You're talking about a 7-8 hour difference here. This brother stayed up.
Yeah.
I'm be like, so like Hakeem, you remember like in 1988, y'all had a hotline? I used to call y'all hotline all the time.
He was like, I forgot we had that, Stacy.
And I'd be like, yeah, I used to call it every day. I used to call y'all.
Is that the 900 number joint?
It was called. It was a 900 number. So you call and it'd be like you'd hear like a voicemail from them. And that was it. But it was like $3.99 a fucking minute. And you could leave a message for them. And if you won, there was like a contest. Like if you won, then they would like call you back. So I was trying to win this contest. So I'm calling several times a day, leaving voicemails. And my name is Stacy and I love Hakeem and I really want to win this contest because like I'm like your biggest fan and I'm sending a love gram on the radio just for you. And so that's
dang man, these kids will never know.
No,
these kids will
they got Twitter. They got Twitter.
They in love with NBA YoungBoy.
They will never know that all they gotta do is get online and they can send a DM to their favorite artist and possibly be connected with them. And I had
he's got to get out of jail first. Number. He's got to get out of jail first. Their lover has to get out of jail.
I got to call a 900 number and hope
their lovers have to get out of jail, like I said.
Right. So,
well, Stacy, where can everybody hit you up at?
You can find me on the interwebs on all of the social media channels with Stacey Adams, Stacy with the E, Adams with the Z.
Scott, where can I hit you up at?
Hit me up everywhere. Cool ass Scott, all one word.
Make sure y'all hit us up on all our socials. I only listen to 90s music. People been adding themselves over to the IG page. I appreciate that. We building that up on that side. We got some dope guests that we're working on too in the background. Stacy, I won't lie to you for a while now. I'm just gonna be. I mean, just letting you know, like it won't be.
I don't believe that.
Not next quarter. You know what I'm saying? You might have to watch for me. But during the rest of
one surprise a quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't believe that. Okay. I've been lied to by a lot of men in my life. And y'all have been added.
You gonna put me on the list of every other man that's lied to you?
You have been
these was good lies, baby. These was good lies.
You've been added to the list of niggas that have lied to me. So I can't trust it.
Even if it was a good lie?
It doesn't matter.
A lie is a lie.
A lie is a lie. Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, y'all, thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back. Peace.
All right.